Hey guys, and welcome. I have a wonderful tutorial for you this afternoon. I'll be going over Wii themes once again. You can say it's a part 2 of the one that I have done in the past, but this time I'll be going over with you on how to take an MYM file and converting it over to a CSM file. Originally, this tutorial was only meant to be for those who live outside of the US, people who live in places such as Europe, maybe Japan or Germany or wherever. But now I've come across a site, guys, where there's contains a lot of different themes, and you download them as MYM files. So now this tutorial is for everyone actually, because if you do it this way, then anyone can use an MYM file. And as you well know, the 4.3 versions require that you use a CSM file. Unlike the earlier versions, like I think at 4.0, 4.1, all that, I think you can use MYM files for those, but not the 4.3. So the only two sites that I know of, guys, that you can download themes is a Dark Umbra. Now that site there, you can download themes as CSM files. You can directly download a CSM file from there. The only thing, you have to create an account, and all newcomers have to create a new topic. They have to reply to a topic in order for all these links to even appear. It's a real pain in the butt. But this other site is really accessible. You do have to download them as MYM files, but hey, you know, it's a lot easier and a lot less pain. So that's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm doing this tutorial. It's pretty much for everybody now. So something else I was going to say. Well, maybe not. But anyway, before I hop over to the computer and get started, guys, make sure before you go any further, make sure you have a backup of your Wii, or a NAND backup of your Wii. Because no matter if you download these MYM files, do it this way here. Download an MYM file and convert it over to a CSM, or you directly download a CSM file. You always run a risk of bricking your Wii, guys, when you do things like this. Not only installing Wii themes, but anything you do on the Wii, pretty much. Just have a backup, man. I mean, really. So that way, if anything ever happens, what do you call it? You're good. You have no worries, really. You just, I mean, that's your lifeline, basically, of your Wii. So, yeah. So let's hop over to the computer, guys, and we'll get started with this, and I'll show you how it's done. Let's go. Alright. Alright, guys, so now we're all ready to go, and just like in my other tutorials that I've done, the first thing that we're going to need to do is download all of the necessary files. Okay? So we're going to do that, and we're going to mosey on over to the internet here. And I'm at the wrong site. This is the one I need to be at. As I mentioned in my past tutorials, guys, I like to download all the necessary files, archive them up into one file, and upload them to MediaFire site. That way it's easier on you guys. You don't have to jump around to different sites and all that good stuff. Just makes life a lot easier. I've done all the work for you. All these links will be in the description, so no worries there. So we're going to go ahead and download all of our files here, and we're going to save them to the desktop. As soon as it decides to, there we go. Okay. Alright. Now we'll close this out, and we got a nice little pop-up there. Okay, close that out. Alright. So now, let's extract our files here. Alright. Here's all the... We're pretty much just going to need these two files. We have a NUS downloader version 19, and we have a theme 0.4. Of course, we got a link to the themes here, and we have a text document. I'll just be getting into all this as I go along. I'm not going to explain everything right now. But we need to grab up some themes real quick, and I'm going to show you the Dark Umbra site. This is the Dark Umbra site here. Scroll down. It does mention big red letters here that do not install unless you have preloader and boot me installed. Simply saying you need to have a backup, guys, because you do run a risk at breaking your Wii at doing this. All right. And also it says right here on this side, it says that these have all been tested on our Wii's and will only work on 4.3U. See, that's the downside of this. People from Europe, Japan, they can't use these. These download as CSM files only. And another thing, you have to create an account, like I said before, and you have to reply to topics and all that stuff before these even appear, which is a really pain in the butt, guys, really is. So that's Dark Umbra for you. This is the site that I recently come across. It has quite a few themes in it. It has some that are on the Dark Umbra site and some that are not on the Dark Umbra site. So I'm just going to pick like 3 of them. I'm going to do 3. I'm going to pick the Dark Wii Orange since I like orange. I'm going to go here and it brings up like 4 different downloads here. Those of you who live in the US, of course you're going to download the you're going to click on the NTSC tab. People who live in Europe is going to click on the PAL tab here. Those of you in Japan here and Korea here. I live in the US, so I'm going to go with the NTSC, and it should bring up a AdFlash site here. And over here in the right top corner, it will have a countdown, and once it counts all the way down to 0, it will say skip ad. Just simply skip it and save it to the desktop or wherever you want to save it to. Alright, so that's that one. And let's scroll on down. There was a couple more that I've seen. I'm trying to grab some up that's not on the Dark Umbra site. The other one was Evil Dead. This has 2 different download options, the 3.2 and the 4.x. You don't have the different regions, so we're going to go ahead and click on the 4.x here, 4x, and again it take you to an AdFlash site here. Just wait right here for a minute till it counts down, and you simply hit skip ad and save it to the desktop. Clear that out. Okay, now we're going to scroll on down. There's one more that I had in mind, and it is the oh yeah, this one, Old School Nintendo. So this is the one, and this is a different download also. It has a different tab. It says Any Wii. So it's pretty much what I try to do is download 3 different themes with 3 different tabs. You know what I'm saying? It's like the first one had 4 different options, the second one had 2 different options, and this one has 1, just to show you that all of them work. So let's wait on the countdown over here again, and just simply hit skip ad, save it to the desktop, and click out of that, and we're done here. Alright, so the Evil Dead. Here's our orange. I got 2 of them here. I downloaded it earlier and I didn't, and my dumb self didn't doggone delete it. But anyway, here's our doggone files right here. And okay, well, what you want to do is create a folder, guys. Create a folder called, let's say, themes. We'll call it theme. And I got the caps lock on like an idiot. Okay, I'll leave it on anyway. Okay, themes. Alright. Now, the second step is we got to go to this NUS downloader. Let's go ahead and extract it. Alright, and we'll open it up and we'll boot it up real quick. Alright. And once it booted up, guys, as you can see, it did create another folder here, and it's going to create another one also. But the first thing you want to do is go up here to database. Click on it. I don't know if you can see that. It says system right here. Go to system, and you want to go scroll on down to where it says system menu. Alright. I'm sorry my computer does not display these in a darker in black. It's more of like a gray on white. That's kind of stupid, but I don't know why it does that. But anyway, you want to find your version and your region right here. Okay, down here at the bottom is where you're going to find your 4.3. There's a 4.3J, 4.3U, 4.3E, and a 4.3K. Now, you want to download the correct region, guys, and also not only that, your correct version. Up here you have the 3.2, you have the 4.0, 4.2, but okay, I live in the US, I'm gonna go with 4.3U. I'm gonna see it, I'm gonna click on it. Alright. Next thing you want to do, you want to check off pack WAD. And then come down here, this is very important also, you want to check off create decrypted content app. This is actually the file that we're going to need. Simply come up here and hit start. As you can see, it did create another folder once again once it started the download process. Okay, so we're done with that. We can close this out. Now what you want to do is go into your titles folder here. Go into this folder here, your 513 folder, and now you have all these different apps and files and junk. Okay, now let's go back into this folder here. Now this MYM to CSM text, open it up. This actually tells you how to work with the NUS downloader and creating the app files here. But what you want to look at, you have your NTSC-U, NTSC-J, and E. Now right up under this NTSU, these are the files that we would use over here in the US. If you live in Japan, these files up under the J here, these are the files that you would use. The E, these are the files right here you would use. Alright? So since I picked the 4.3U, I'm looking at this side here. This is where I'm looking at. Okay? And over here on the side you have your different versions, 3.2, 4.0, 4.1. So if I was say I had the 4.1 version, Wii System Menu, this is the app that I would look for. Alright? But it's not going to be here because I did not pick the 4.1. But that's what I would look for. But since I picked the 4.3, this is the app that I'm going to look for, the 97.app right here, which is right here. Alright? If you live in Japan and you had the 4.3 version, this is the app you would look for. Europe, you would look for this app, and so on. It's pretty simple. So this is very handy, guys, okay? Just keep that in mind. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this out right here, and I'm just simply going to paste it in our themes folder up there, because that's the file that we're going to need. Alright, so now we got that there. We're going to work with our first theme here, which is the orange. We're going to drag and drop it right in that same folder, okay? Leave the other ones outside the folder. Alright. Now, let's extract our theme me. Open it up and we'll run it real quick. Alright. Simple little program, really. And we're simply going to go over here to File. Go to Open. And we're simply, oh, it already found it. But anyway, if it doesn't already pop up, you would simply just find this folder right here. Alright, which is right here. And you'll see your MYM file. Click on it. It will load up in the program here. Come down here where it says Create CSM. Click it. It will take you back to that folder, and your app file will show up. What you want to do is click on that and hit Open. Alright, and there's our well, it wants you to rename it, so we're going to rename it. You don't have to rename it if you don't want to, but I'm going to rename it. I'm just going to put orange. How about that? That's what I'm going to rename mine, just to keep it distinguished from all the other ones. Alright, and we're simply going to save it to the desktop, which when you do, it's gonna download into this folder here. Then it will ask you, you want to save the MYM file, say no. Okay. And there's our file right there. We're going to simply drag and drop it out down here at the bottom. Delete our MYM file there. We don't need it anymore. And now we want to go to our next one, which is the Evil Dead. Drop it in there. File, go to open, and there's our Evil Dead MYM file. Double click it. Create CSM. Click on the app file and hit open, and we're just going to get rid of the first part of that right there. Just put Evil Dead. How about that? Sound good? Sound good to me. Alright. You want to save the MYM file? Say no. Okay. And there's our CSM file. We're going to drag it out to our desktop there and delete this. Okay. Our last file, our old school Nintendo. Can't wait to see that one. Pretty neat. Go to File, Open, click on your MYM file, double click on it, it will load up, and then we want, yikes, sorry. I go down here to Create CSM, click on your app file, hit Open, and we want to get rid of the first part here. You just hit Old School Nintendo. That's pretty much what we want. Alright, I'm going to hit Save, and there we go. We want to save the MYM file? No. Okay. So we're all done, guys. Uh-oh. Do you want to save the MYM before closing? No. Okay. So here's our CSM file. Drag and drop it out here. And that is absolutely it. I'm going to install my SD card real quick, guys. Now, I had created a folder called CSM. This contains all of my other, I actually got an Evil Dead in here already. Doggone it, I can't believe that. But anyway, not important. This is where all my other themes are at. Here's my .97.app right here. So what I'm going to do, guys, just for this tutorial, I'm going to create another folder here. I'm going to call it CSM number 2. Alright? That way y'all know that I'm not cheating in any way or whatever like that. These are actually the files that I had converted over. Okay, so that's that. We're ready to hop over to the Wii, guys, and we'll see what these themes look like, see if they work or not. Alright, so follow me over there, guys, and we'll get that going. Alright, guys, so let's get right into this, and wish me luck. Just kidding. Okay. We're going to go into My Menu Fi, which is right here. My Menu Fi is loading. Here's my SD card here. Here's the folder that I had created, guys, the CSM number 2. We're going to go into it, and here's the 3 files that we had converted over. I'm going to go with the orange first, since that's the first file that I did. And do you really want to install? This may take a while, but it doesn't take a while. Just hit yes. And just hit exit. It should bring you right back to your menu, and it should have a new theme. Okay, there we are, guys. It's not really, it's all right theme, I guess, but yeah, I don't like it too much. It's just really too plain to me, actually. It really is. So, okay, let's go back in our My Menu file, and we'll do the The Evil Dead was the second one that I did, so we'll go with that one. We'll go into our folder here, go to Evil Dead, hit yes. And then we'll hit exit. Okay, and here's our Evil Dead theme here. As you can see, you got an ugly, that's that one ugly mug right there. Look at that. But yeah, here's that. I forgot to check the, let's see what this looks. Ooh, yuck, ugly. Alright, so that's that. We'll go back into our menu file and we'll go to Old School Gamer. Yeah, we'll do the Old School game. Well, no, not Old School game. It's Old School Nintendo. My bad. That's the one I really wanted to check out. Go in our folder here. Old School Nintendo. Hit yes. And we'll hit exit. Oh, cool, man. Oh, I love it, dude. I love it. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm gonna stick with this one for a while, guys. I got to. I'm serious. Oh, that's too bad those didn't change. That sucks. Why didn't they do that? Oh, man. But yeah, this is cool. This is really cool. What's it? There's a channel. That's what the channel, empty channels look like right there. But yeah, I like it though. I really do. I like the pointer here. It's like a Super Nintendo controller. It's got the Super Mario Brother background there. It's really cool. I like it. But yeah, that's the tutorial, guys. I hope this helped everybody out. Whether you're in Europe, Japan, US, or whatever, you can take MYM files, convert them over to CSM, and work. And they do actually work, as you can see. So, I'm going to leave y'all with that. If y'all have any problems or whatever, concerns, or just if you want to tell me I did a good job, or you say I suck, or whatever, there's a comment section. Just pour out your heart down there in the comment section, and then, you know, whatever. But I want to appreciate you guys for watching my tutorials and supporting me where y'all have. And there's actually some more tutorials that I got coming out. Actually got one in mind right now, but I'll probably wait until next weekend to do it. So yeah, until then, guys, this is my tutorial, and it's Bobby signing off. I'll see y'all guys on the next one. Alright, I'll take it easy.